Hey everyone, Deadpine here. Welcome to a 1.0 kind of quick primer video on what I plan on doing for 1.0 as far as Hardcore Tarkov, PvP, and PvE are concerned. So just a quick little primer video. We'll see you in there. Alrighty, so we're going to keep this short. So for 1.0, I do plan on starting with a Hardcore Tarkov rule set. It's going to be probably our classic rule set. That said, we don't really know how the campaign is going to weave into what we are normalized to or the normal gameplay that we have at the moment. But I do plan on starting Hardcore Tarkov. I plan on making my first raid, the first episode of the season 0 of 1.0. Yeah, I plan on that. Now, all that said, with the campaign structure, we don't know if that's going to be even conducive to the hardcore rule set. With how everything's running, I think there's also a chance I maybe record that first raid and be like, nah, we got to play normal. And we play normal for about a week to get an idea of what the rule set needs to be adjusted to. But yeah, so that'll be my PvP plans, because there's a chance we don't even need to get Kappa in PvP to escape Tarkov. I'm getting the feeling of no. So maybe all those side tasks that really are holding me up from actually wanting to go further than max dealers in a hardcore PvP playthrough, like the test drives, the armor tasks for Ragman, mostly just the test drives, genuinely. I'm never going to do that in PvP Hardcore Tarkov unless they change them. I'm straight up never going to do it. That's the plan for PvP. Again, it's got a few, paths it could take. Make sure you follow the Twitch channel if you want to see from the get-go. But we'll try to get a series or a season 0 or a season 1 up of 1.0 Hardcore Tarkov for you guys as soon as possible after the 1.0 release. Okay, so all that said, I came up with a really sick concept, and chat and I kind of fleshed it out and came up with a really crazy rule set for PvE Ultra Hardcore Tarkov. We're going to call it T.O.U.R, T-O-U-R, Transit Only Ultra Hardcore Tarkov. This is a map of the transit system and how that works. The transit system is great in PvE specifically. So the idea here will be we're going to start on customs. That is going to be our home base. Now, terminal will be a thing in the new area. So I don't know how that's going to tie in. We'll probably have to start on terminal just to get past the first campaign bit to actually go to customs. And if that's the case and terminal is linked in, maybe we go from terminal to shoreline to lighthouse to reserve to customs to try to make that our home base. But I do want customs here to be our home base. The basic premise is you have to extract on customs in order to go back to your base. That's the basic premise. So, and you have to start on customs to go when you go out to raid. So for instance, if we are on custom or we're done the terminal thing, we're on customs in our base. I'm like, okay, I want to go do those first, shooting cans. I have to go from customs to ground zero via transits in order to get there. Now there's a ton of caveats and rules to this. So one of the things we came up with was when you take a car extract, you can pay the amount it would be to insure your kit to have that car bring you back to where they took you from. I know that sounds complex, but basically how it works is if I took the car out on ground zero, the next raid I could go back to ground zero if I sacrificed the amount of rubles it would cost to insure my kit. That's the basics of that. And that works for any car on all there. So if you're working on, like, say, Woods, for example, early on to get your tasks done, I can go back and forth between Woods and Customs. But there's going to be a lot of transiting. There's going to be a lot of unlocks, a lot of upgrading. Your hideout will unlock certain extracts and connect them to customs, all that stuff and more. And I think it's going to be a really fun, just loot what you can, send a bunch of stuff back with the BTR, multiple hour long raids. I love this idea of, like, I'm in a 3-hour raid and I have to go hide in a bush because I need to use the bathroom in real life, right? I love this idea of just doing a crazy long raid. We're going to have it so you can actually unlock a scav run by taking, for instance, on interchange, taking the duo extract out, which you can do on most maps. Takes a little bit of finagling. And then using that scav run to complete fence tasks to run around. During our testing of this, I actually genuinely had a 3-hour scav run, and it was super fun. It was super, super fun. And I'm really looking forward to this playthrough. I was tempted to start 1.0 with this playthrough because I really enjoyed the Ultra Hardcore series, the PvE series. And this is going to still have the Ultra Hardcore rules with it. It's just going to have this transit only rule with it as well. But I think playing PvP when everybody else is playing PvP is probably the way to go. Even though I think I'm more in the mood to play this one right now, I think this is going to be just a super fun way to play PvE Tarkov. The other rule that I came up with to make it even more ultra hardcore, you might call me crazy for this one, but I think we're also going to have a, if I die, delete everything in my stash that's not in a container rule. And there might be some exceptions to that, like keys maybe. I think we're going to make that a rule in the ultra hardcore playthrough and just really focus on like, okay, I need to survive. I need to survive a lot. And I need to not make stupid decisions, and need to not be lazy in PvE. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I hope you are too. I hope you're looking forward to the PvP stuff as well. I think it's going to be a good time. I'm trying to keep this video short, on the shorter end, just as a, like I said, just a quick little primer on what to expect in 1.0 from Escape from Tarkov for me with content. Also on the PvE side of things, I recently just did a full speed run for Kappa. We'll maybe do speedruns for campaign. Maybe we'll do speedruns for Kappa again. It was about 80 hours. I know I can bring that time down a lot. I still technically haven't completed it. We're short the John B glasses. Check out the Ultimate Tarkov Karma short if you want to see what happened to the one pair of John B glasses I did find. I digress. But that was a lot of fun. I have an idea of doing a PvE challenge run of getting Kappa in or completing the campaign in the fewest raids possible. So that goes back to the idea of transiting again, where I'm going to keep transiting until I have nothing left to do and I have to go hand in stuff. I think that's a really cool concept for a challenge run. So, but yeah, I'm okay with being known as the challenge run guy. I really love challenge runs in Tarkov and coming up with cool, wacky rule sets and things to do. I think it's super fun. Keeps the game fresh and interesting in the game that I know and love. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. So I'm super looking forward to 1.0. Hope you are too. Let me know in the comments which one you're more excited for, the PvP Tarkov, Hardcore Tarkov, where we maybe complete some campaigns or get Kappa or just do max dealers, or the PvE Transit, the T.O.U.R playthrough, the Transit only ultra hardcore. Let me know which one you're more excited for, or if you're excited for both, or don't really care, you just enjoy Deadpine content. Let me know that too. So I appreciate you tuning into this video, and we'll catch you for 1.0.